close, right? And with 2 Jaces, if you're playing against a deck that doesn't heal, you're almost certainly going to win. But we saw it falter in the mirror. We saw it falter against Quest Shaman when they had a tidal wave that was generated from a guidance because they healed back up to full and just healed out of range. And we've seen it falter against Warlock decks where it doesn't find the pressure tools and then has to or only get 1 Jace and then copy and then healed back up with Bristlebacks. But against everything else, it seems to be having a lot of success, and I do recognize its strength as a deck.
Yeah, and both these 2 decks do kind of the same thing. They're better against aggro in general. I know you think of the Shaman as a 50-50 deck, but I think that's because the Shaman can pretend to be whatever deck it wants. It can pretend to be an aggro deck in a kind of bad, fumbling kind of way, and it can pretend to be a control deck. It pretends to be a control deck a bit better. And I think that gives the Shaman the advantage in this matchup because it can go at the speed that the Fell Demon Hunter doesn't want it to go at, whatever that may be, however the pace the game is going, without having to be an aggro deck the Felled Hunter can prey on. And then it's just got the charged call finisher way before the Jace can take place, in theory. Well, not way
in
before,
theory.
but early enough, quick enough.
Maybe not with this
finisher.
hand. DreadEye's got 2 skulls that are both tucked nice and tight into that left side of the hand. And some good amount of dumpable stuff in between. Oh, here we go. 2 guidances. Is it guidance? 2 guidance? I don't know the plural. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
Well, ask now Gaiden what his plural of, if there's 2 of him, would be, and we'll find out.
Yeah.
That's garbage, but a Windfield might come in handy later, I guess.
I'll go
it's not like you
Lightning Bloom, Slogger. Now leave him with 4 mana next turn. Nice little quest completion. Didn't hit any Overload cards from the 2 guidance. Did hit a lot of potential damage.
I mean, Wind Fury on this Slogger next turn is just a chunk.
Yep. All right. This empties 2 cards.
Slogger.
Like this. I'm playing this Perpetual Flame yesterday.
Yesterday?
Not that many.
In the first half of the season, you were going to play it. Right, No Hands making use of discover while he can. Got the choice between another lightning bolt, which is so good, and it's got overload, or just another guidance because card.
Yeah. I think it might have been between like guidance and overdraft there. Overdraft can be a ton of damage. Here's a corn skull.
Alas, poor Warlock.
Nope.
Good. 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 All good.
Nah. I mean, yeah, they're good, obviously. Bell cards. Good cards. Right. No Hands just on his next guidance. Still not really what he's looking for. In fact, not what he's looking for at all, I would go as far as to say.
Yeah.
He's going to be stuck with plenty of removal anyway if he needs it.
Slogging. He's slogging real good.
Yeah.
But now I don't know. Is it just...
What are you thinking, TJ? What are you thinking?
Like which ones of these cards you play? Probably something...
I mean, that's our job, but yeah.
Probably something... it's got to be Molten Blast, right? It's the least amount of damage to double up later on in the game. Mm-hmm. It's expensive. Like Storm Strike is 6 damage as long as you have a minion to target. Rockbiter 6 damage. Molten Blast is only 4. It's the only one that actually upgrades its damage with spell damage, though. Which, you know, you can give a nod to that.
There was
good pickup.
a case for the Wind Fury being played then, because it's the only time it will do some damage. I think No Hands is more optimistic than that, but that was another option there.
Yeah. True.
DreadEye's motoring though. He's just got damage coming from everywhere right now. Especially if he goes for just 2 turns of Metamorphosis into Jace.
Yeah, it's a lot of damage. A lot of damage. But there is quest complete for No Hands. Right now
That's
he's
also a lot of damage.
looking for a charge call. Is the second skull even necessary?
I don't think so.
just
I think we'll work from the right to get the Chaos Leech off from the right-hand side.
Yeah, so you hero power
Metamorphosis, yeah. Sorry, you go.
Eldraki. I don't think the Chaos Leech even matters because he's going to go to full with the Eldraki Warblades. And then dump the Furies as well and hero power.
Yeah, yeah.
Set up for Jace to be a lethal next turn.
Well, the leech matters because you can actually put that weapon and the Furies into the face if you go for the leech on the minion.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah. No, yeah. You're right. Then you get the Metamorphosis to face as well.
Yep. You just get everything into the face, leech the minion, and off you go. Set up your nice little Jace for the potential win.
And so that's 2 rank 2 Furies. Let me get this up.
Yep.
An Immolation Aura, 2 rank 2 Furies, 1 Fel Barrage, 1 Chaos Strike, 2 Chaos Leech, and a Metamorphosis. He won't be able to fit in the Metamorphosis, so we can just rule that out. So 2 rank 2 Furies is 6, Chaos Strike is 8, and then Fel Barrage is 4.
Unless you think he's got a turn.
Yeah.
What to do?
If he thinks he's got a turn, it's trivial, right? You just ping him in the face and then Jace the turn after.
Yes. Could depend on the order too, right? If he's expecting Brucon with 2 Chaos Leeches and an Immolation Aura, if those happen first, then he gets there. Otherwise, he wouldn't. It would have to be exactly that order. All of those 3 would have to happen before the Fel Barrage.
Right, he's got to clear the way for the Fel Barrage if he's going to do it that way.
Yeah.
And he may, depending on what he draws here, he may not feel the need to gamble on the Jace, or he may feel he has to, depending how things look.
Yep. Just going to go for it. This is lethal sometimes, but not often.
When it's not lethal, which is the cases where he gets the barrage early, never mind.
Nope, didn't get it. He's just going to be 2 off, though. Oh, no, it is lethal. What am I talking about?
There was a Chaos Strike in there that
Oh, yeah, I didn't count the
I don't
Chaos
think we
Strike,
counted on.
So it just needed to be Fel Barrage after 1 Immolation or 1 Chaos Leech.
Yes, as long as the barrage was going to kill it with the first lump, then the second lump
Yeah.
went face. So
Yeah.
that was the in-between way of doing it, I guess. But he gets
Yeah.
it done and takes a 1-0 lead. And we don't see much Fel Demon Hunter anymore. It's slowly but surely been bruited out of the game, I think. But it looked pretty good there.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a good. I think it's a good last hero standing deck. I'm surprised we didn't see more of it. Just because it beats up on pretty much any fast deck, any aggressive deck. So I thought that we would see more of it going to this week. More players decided that Brute was the choice over Fel, which did surprise me. I didn't think Brute was that good of a last year standing deck, but Brute does have some polarized matchups. It's just a little bit more inconsistent, I suppose. But now No Hands is going to move over to the Handlock. And I don't even think this is a particularly good matchup for the Handlock, is it?
I mean, I think it's okay. Yeah, it's not like it doesn't jump out at me as, oh, great, now I get to play this. That's for sure.
Yeah. Rushrot Viper could come in handy here to be able to destroy an Eldrazi Warblades at some point, but it's not the end-all be-all tech card. No Hands is playing a pretty threat-dense version, though not all the way.
Does have a Viper, for what that's worth. It might matter a little bit, we shall see.
Yeah. Gold Neophyte is a big one. Being able to get threats online early is big. There are board sweeps available to DreadEye at pretty much any point, right? With Talented Arcanist, Moarg, Immolation Aura. If you can line that up, that'll be good.
Yeah, I think that the version with threats is okay against Fel. I think the new version might struggle mightily, honestly, but you just give the Fel the time to do whatever it wants. This isn't going to give you that much time, like you say. Some neophyte issues as well. Oh, that hand tells you what No Hands is thinking of doing anyway. Disrupt you and hit you.
Job done.
It's a lot harder to play against the handlock because things like Fel Barrage, the damage might not stick, you might just get healed back up. Obviously, you still have to do it because you want it in the pool for your Jace.
Yeah. No backfiring hand, so no coin on the rod. Now I can go rod into like tap plus Panthara. You do have to be a little bit careful about your life total in this matchup because you can just get hit by some big stuff in the face in the line of like Talented Arcanist, Fel Barrage, some Furies. Lethal can definitely sneak up on you. You can have the illusion that you're safe, but
snuck to 23 without anything actually happening so far.
DreadEye is very confused at this play, the coin usage. But if Fel Barrage is in the hand, which it is, and he's going to use it, it does save him some life and still draws him a card, gets him closer to Rod being useful. But playing Knowles in the deck, I know that. See, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it does sneak up on you. You're right. 13. I mean, he's fine, but yeah, you're right. Ugh. How did that happen? Oh, DreadEye once again has the skulls in a good position as well, so he should be able to keep the threats coming. Oh my.
Oh, whoa. Drawing the damage.
It's a little bit awkward because if he plays it now, next turn he wants to skull, so he doesn't get to use the hero power twice in a row. So maybe he just saves it till turn 7.
Yeah, I mean, other argument is it does get a hard to play card out of your hand when you're not under any pressure. So even if you're not hero powering next turn, like you're still playing the card. DreadEye's got one thing on his mind though. Upstairs it is.
Yeah.
Well,
so technically,
only if it's going to put a stop to things.
That's it. Lethal next turn. Except there's a million healing coming in. But, you know.
More bones to gnaw on.
Well, yeah, the neophytes are going to hurt as well. Obviously, they're not there for the metamorphosis. They're there for the skull, but they'll work on both equally well.
Muzzle their magic.
Still has some healing in hand, but it's a little way to go before he activates those bristlebacks.
Yeah. Spend the mana.
Mm-hmm. No Battle Master in No Hands deck, so we can stop doubling everything when we're trying to count if it's lethal or not.
Now I am complete.
Which is hard. I just do it automatically now because we've been playing this for sort of a month or so. It's like, oh yeah, he can do 7, then he can do 7 more. Nope, not happening.
Job done.
Do you like killing this TJ? I'm not sure I do because of Ray's dead.
Apparently, DreadEye didn't like it either.
He's just gone. It's like, what
He
did I
left.
kill that for? I meant to kill the other one.
He's back.
But yeah, joking aside, if No Hands could get that back with Ray's dead, that would be pretty strong right now.
I am not comfortable at 11.
It's not a big number. I mean, it's a big number if it's like, how many houses do you own or something, but...
I mean, he might just play a full cost, well, not full cost, because the Rude Mythal Rod, Baron Scavenger here. He'd go Baron Scavenger, Flesh Giant, and Colt Neophyte.
Sure.
He could also, alternatively, he can, like, Cold Neophyte, Soul Rend.
Yeah.
That wouldn't work. Play the Baron Scavenger and then kill it with the Bristle Pack.
I mean, it works. I don't think it wins the game of Hearthstone, but it does something. This is lethal on the board, though, now.
Oh!
Ouch.
Such a good draw. That clears the board.
Assuming he wants to. Oh, that was interesting. There was a chance to could have chosen to ping face there and clear most of the board. Not play the Marg.
I mean, he would leave a giant up.
Yeah, you're on 17. You're trying to win the turn after. Yeah.
By clearing the
Skulls.
board, I think he wins the game anyway.
Fair.
Ooh, Panthara is good here. Gets him to the 10th card. He can play Scavenger plus Bristleback to heal back up. I wonder what he's thinking about. Can he fit in a Rod there too? Actually, can fit in a Rod. Yep.
Yeah, that's what he's thinking. Just checking his numbers, seeing if he's got any mana left over.
Then he wouldn't be able to play both Bristleback and Scavenger. He'd just be able to play Bristleback.
Which is fine, though, right?
Yep.
I think it's fine.
Yeah, he's probably worried about a potential Jace there ending the game.
There's a lot of things that end the game over the next turn or two. There's a lot of turns that end the game before this Bristleback wins it, put it that way.
Yeah. Knarg is just damaged, but he can't fit in anything else, so...
He's keeping up with No Hands on number of cards in deck. Alright. Well. Got a pretty good hand to get that last bit of damage over the line, so No Hands is going to have to panic again to try and find some help.
A lot of stuff in the pool here. The damage from Razor will be negated by the quest completion. That's a free mountain giant. Flesh giant. Wrong element.
It's all giants.
Brain Soul is good.
Very good, because that gives him a chance to actually win the game now, because he gets time to get the giant down for a swing. I'm not saying he's going to win the game, but oh my goodness, now he might. Now he can spam stuff everywhere.
Yep.
Stuff. Loads of it.
Some stuff. Just play some stuff, Dad.
That's all you need.
Look at all this
Stuff and a prayer.
You get accustomed to the smell.
Don't think it's necessary to Drain Soul anything here, because he doesn't kill him from 15 very often, like Jace doesn't do it. There's
The incredible.
okay.
Not a sigh of relief, though. Doesn't help much. It looks great. Get an extra Chaos Leech and an extra Skull, but it's just not enough. He needs more.
The Talented Arcanist too. Gotta be a clear somewhere.
There's gotta be, yeah.
Moarg,
and Fell Screen.
Fell Scream, Blast, Immolation Aura. Immolation Aura is 4. Fell Scream Blast is 2. There's Chaos Strike, Fury, Fell Barrage, and Fell Scream Blast left for Fell spells to be able to pick up. So I think he Fell Gorger first, and then see what it is. Fury. Okay, it is a clear. But he would have to use the Hero Power on the Flesh Giant.
He's going to be back to full on way to it, though.
No, he doesn't have mana for a Hero Power, so he's going to leave it on the Flesh Giant.
That's fine, though.
Yeah, it's fine.
Down to 7 cards, DreadEye, so in a moment he's going to get a Jace and be able to copy it. The fact he didn't hit both parts of the Jace and Jace's friend combo off Skulls mean he's going to have to do it over 2 turns. Or he could just win the game. So NoHands have to kill his own giant.
Jace, the game ends.
That's true. So NoHands doesn't have to kill his own giant because if DreadEye draws Jace, he wins anyway.
Yeah, because it'd
17
be a rank,
or 13. Yeah.
It'd be a rank 3 Fury, which would be 4 damage. That would repeat, so that's 8, and then a Hero Power. Even if Fell Barrage hits Giant, even if no other damage goes face, the Jace would play another Metamorphosis, which would reset the Hero Power, and he'd be able to fit it in as well.
Yep.
So, Jace would be guaranteed lethal in that scenario. Not now at 17. But DreadEye is not in any danger of dying at the moment because he can rank the 3 Fury for free, push more damage.
I mean, so he's going to just play most of the cards in his hand. He's just got to work out what the worst case is.
Yeah.
The worst case is he never draws Jace because he forgot to put it in his deck.
I grow impatient.
That's a pretty bad case.
Yeah, we know that's not true because he played it last game to win the game.
Uh-huh. There you go then. Easy.
The remaining cards in the deck for No Hands, he's got... Let's just use a little bit of a visual aid. Double Backfire, Tour Guide, Raised Dead, and Rust Rot Viper.
Okay.
Okay, DreadEye gonna take it slow, heal back up a little bit. Because there's a Viper left, I would like to see a swing here with the with the weapon. Yep, it doesn't matter if the Fury's played or not. I guess if you want to maximize healing, if you expect a Viper, but
Yep, no taunt left in the hand for No Hand, so it doesn't matter. Oh yeah, you're right. You need to maximize the healing. No, it does matter. Actually does matter.
This quest complete. Wait, it's Raised Dead Backfire, last 2 cards. No, he doesn't have the mana.
No, but he'll be able to do it next turn. I mean, there won't be a next turn, most likely, but...
Well,
so there is a next turn. He's in a good spot.
Does Jace kill him? Because he can actually heal a lot here. He can go Tamsin, Raised Dead if he picks up... No, Bristleback would be full cost. Scavenger Giant, so he goes Touch.
Drain his own Tamsin because she's done her job to some degree. Yeah.
Could have just played the Tour Guide to Tamsin. The game ends next turn either way, I'm pretty sure.
DreadEye draws 2 cards.
Yep. So
In the Dari studies, a Chaos Strike in there as well.
Oh, Fury is not a good draw. Chaos Strike needs to find
All
Jace.
in.
It's a 1 and 3. There's Jace.
Wait. Oh, it's all right. I was just working out the Furies with Zai, actually, before getting the Jace. Because that might have been a lot of damage. Whoa.
Because there's 2 Immolation Auras, 2 Chaos Leeches, a Fell Barrage, a Fell Scream Blast.
So hang on. He had 2 Furies, right? That was his hand.
Yep.
And I'm trying to work out if Zai would have just been lethal without having to play the Chaos Strike and risk missing.
I'm out of cards.
Oh, Zai would have copied 2 Furies. He would have had to attack into a taunt.
Sure.
There was a Baron Scavenger on board.
I missed the Scavenger come down. Okay, I only saw the 2 giants on there. I looked down to the bottom of the screen because I paid no attention. Okay, that's why. Cool.
Yeah. It was close, though. A 1 and 3 to hit Jace, because if he didn't hit Jace off of that draw, if Jace was in the bottom 2, he would have died. So,
yes, because next card was Illidari Studies. If he didn't get the Jace, was the only other out, and that would have been.
And he had a Fell Scream
because he'd
blast
been out
as
of
well
mana and stuff
in the bottom of the deck. So the last 3 cards were Studies, which I guess no, Studies wouldn't have been able to hit it.
It wouldn't have been enough, no.
Yeah. And then the Fell Scream Blast was also the last one. Maybe he could heal enough, but I don't think he could have healed enough because there was a giant on board, and then No Hands had tap into fatigue plus backfire into more fatigue. So he would have had like tap, and then he'd be in fatigue. He draw his last card, and then tap. It's a lot of damage, whatever. It doesn't matter at this point. He lost. But it was certainly lethal as long as the giant survived, even if he was at like full health. So needed the Jace, but that's why that matchup is scary, because you're basically just waiting for Jace and hoping it's not there. The big turning point was just the fact that DreadEye was able to clear both of the waves of pressure in the early game. If you can do that, it's very hard for Warlock to win, because usually they don't have time for quest completion plus kill before you find Jace for the win. So moving on, No Hand's last deck, he has to sweep with Tempo Rogue, which is a tough task, but it's doable. It's certainly doable. It's just, it's not quite at the power level of Garrote Rogue. It can't kill as fast in any scenario, and it relies on board.
Yeah, and DreadEye is playing the deck that clears up the board. It's what it does. No Hands are going to have to make probably 3 good waves of minions and find an Alexstrasza kill at the end, most likely. One way to make waves of minions is Jandis and Shadow Step. I don't think he'll keep the Shadow Step because he'll rely on just drawing it before turn 6, most likely. No, he's just going to go for it. Okay, sure. But that's a board in 1 card, so getting to play it twice makes a lot of sense. Oxy 4 is going to help with that Swindle. Keeping the coin for the earliest Jandis possible, that makes a lot of sense to me as well. But DreadEye not messing around. Just going for the early Moarg.
Yep. I like this.
Things difficult.
Not that many punishes for this. Brain Freeze would be the big one. Okay.
There it is, but it still takes the coin away anyway, so I don't think he'll do it. I think he's set on playing this Jandis on turn 5, personally.
Wait. Doesn't have to coin. Could use the Shadow Step. Could do nothing.
But he's set on playing Jandis on turn 6 as well as turn 5, I think.
Yep.
He's fine. He gets to probably Octobot and Freeze now. Not many things take this down, and if they do, okay, good luck to you. You've had to do this.
Yeah, he can go Octobot Plunder, then Brain Freeze. That seems to work just fine.
Is sufficient.
Yep. I mean, to be fair, there's not much he wants to reduce in this hand anyway. It's more of a bump secret passage sort of play going on.
Actually, surprised he's left the Octobot out like that. I think he really does want to get Jandis down next turn, or else his turn is pretty poor.
But Jandis is the turn after, right?
Well, if it was reduced, he'd be able to coin it out next.
Oh, I see.
And I mean, this seems. I guess it.
Oh, whatever.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
So, coin passage is what it's got to be because you've got no other play. Nothing else does anything.
Yeah.
He could have. No, he couldn't. Ignore me. It's fine. Carry on. Everybody as you were.
Yeah, swindle is something. Good and good.
This is grim.
Initiating overdrive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We're both just looking at this board, trying to find a way for the rogue to get back into it, right? Of course, it looks really difficult now the Jandis thing's happened.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, he can clean up some of this stuff with Prize Plunder Shadow Step in hand, but...
And DreadEye will have known what those two cards were, that it was Jandis Shadow Step, because he'd got to turn 4 and nothing had happened.
Yeah.
So he knew he was going to hit, at the very worst, probably hit the Shadow Step if he'd missed the Jandis. That's something.
I wonder.
This feels pretty forlorn. And this second half of the season, TJ, is so different to the first half so far.
Yeah, really.
Sweeps. Oh my goodness.
I feel like we barely saw any Fell Demon Hunter in the first half. But now, in the second half, it seems to be all we watch.
Uh-huh.
Okay, went for 5. Didn't see the first one. I'm gonna copy seems reasonable out of those options. But now
Yeah,
we'll just have to wait and take some more damage.
Will he play the Arcanist to get it out of his hand so he can get Zai down?
Just play everything if he wants.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just do what you like.
it's a little weird though. I guess next turn he could just dump Arcanist
Sure.
and then Zai.
And try and get
At
a
this
better card
point-
on the right. Yeah, just
At this point, he's just killing him. Like, it doesn't even matter what he Zais.
no.
Ugh.
Doesn't. Except for aesthetics. Well, that is Rush Summon a copy, so he's actually going to have to fight for his right to win the game. Is DreadEye? Fell Screen Blast with Arcanist is looking so stupid, though.
Yeah, he wouldn't be able to fit in the Zai. Oh yeah, he would. Never mind. I was thinking.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, fight because it came to the hand, but
And obviously, No Hands is sort of past the point of no return to some degree. Yeah, he's going to try and make another couple of 5/5s, but he's got to go pretty wide to have a chance.
Fell Barrage is honestly pretty good copy with.
Yeah.
So you just go Arcanist, Fell Screen Blast, and Zai, and then you get a second Jace and a second Fell Barrage.
And how you order those is up to you, because the game's going to end during one of them.
Oh, okay, never mind. He's just gonna push the
he's just
damage
gonna
to
kill
fit. He's just gonna Jace next turn. Yeah, that works too.
Who needs 2 Jaces when 1 will do?
Yep. Even gets to fit into hero power. 4 damage next turn, which is pretty easy. He's got Fell Screen Blast, Fell Barrage, Chaos Strike. Oh, well, I mean,
That doesn't get it done always.
by itself, no. It could, right?
Also, he's on 30.
Yeah, he's got plenty of time.
So he could go Zai, then Jace, and then Jace again. That might still be enough.
Yeah.
NoHands really trying here. He's giving it a good go with these golems.
No.
Might have been different if that Jandis had stuck around.
Oh, he can actually do it again.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay, that's forcing DreadEye to do something now.
Yeah.
Sure.
Too soon.
It's 23 damage being represented.
He could have
not a kill. It's
a passage. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just one Fell Screen Blast, one Fell Barrage, one Chaos Strike. That is it.
So he kind of needs to Zai Leech here.
Yeah. No Hands is down a Wicked Stab, so there's actually not even a way that he can kill him. Even if DreadEye kills nothing. He's safe at 29 from everything in the deck. Unless there's one reduced card. No, it's a spell. He knows that there's a reduced spell because it picked up by Swindle and he played the minion. So it can't be a reduced Alexstrasza.
Okay.
Still a little.
And then, yeah, I mean, there's cards you can draw just for lethal next turn from where DreadEye sat, but also there's a lot of misses in there. Fury would be obviously the card he's looking for. Otherwise, he's going to have to leech again.
Yeah. I mean, a Fury off the top would just be lethal without Jace.
Sure, yeah. But 9 mana leech isn't a good thing. So if he gets some sort of mediocre nonsense next turn, like, I don't know, Warblades or something, he's going to have to be careful.
Warblades,
the Jandis is back.
For a 2-turn. Yeah, I guess Spring Water. Drew 2 minions.
Oh, it's Alex!
Okay.
So,
DreadEye's got both Furies in his deck are lethal. Elsker Bass is not lethal. Wait! Wait! He missed lethal last turn.
Go on.
Because all the golems had 5 health. He had 4 health. So the Fell Barrage would hit the and hit face and then Chaos Strike.
Oh, wow. I thought that was a 5-1, but no, he bounced it, didn't he?
That was lethal last turn. Because he didn't have another minion on board. He had 4 golems and a 3/2.
Does that mean he missed? No, because it's a 5-4.
There was 2 2-health minions on the board this turn.
Wow.
And the cycle of life is
It wasn't okay. No, it wasn't guaranteed. It wasn't guaranteed. Right?
That's fine because it was a golem
if the Fell Screen Blast hits first, it reduces up to 4. In which case, it's a chance at lethal. But if the Fell Barrage hits before the Fell Screen Blast, then it is lethal.
And he would have healed for quite a lot, so he could have taken that chance, then take that chance again. No, he wouldn't need to take the chance the second time. Second time he just...
No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't have. I get that's really difficult, actually. It wasn't a miss lethal because it wasn't guaranteed.
Right.
And if it's not guaranteed and you know you have a turn to survive, maybe you don't go for it. It was a chance at lethals. Yeah, there's the board.
You don't know that NoHands going to do this, right? NoHands played great. We've been looking from the DreadEye side, but NoHands played great to keep making these huge boards from very little resources.
Yeah.
And that put DreadEye to that decision. But what happened next, obviously, was really bad for DreadEye because he was now challenged to take an even less chance lethal than he was in the first place. Which brings him to his Quest Mage, and the second half of the season has taken a dramatic turn.
Yeah, that's such an interesting spot, though, right? It's hard to tell what's correct. Because you have a guaranteed lethal if Fell Barrage hits before Fell Screen Blast. If Fell Barrage hits after Fell Screen Blast, there's still a chance at lethal, because they would be up to 4 health characters on board. And then it would be a 25% chance for lethal in that case. There's also a chance that there would have only been 2 or 3 4 health characters on board, so then it's a 33.3% chance for lethal. So it was probably about, if you break down the order of which the spells come and then how many 4 health things were there, it's probably close to a 50% lethal. Maybe slightly above a 50% lethal.
Yeah,
and then you have to break down what's the likelihood that you win the next turn, because the board's going to be the same, so you're reliant on drawing something off the top or playing 2 Jaces in a row. A Fury would have been lethal at any point, so that's like a 1 in 8, because I think he had like 16 cards left.
The second Jace is always lethal, right?
The second Jace is always lethal, so it'd be lethal over 2 turns, but if you don't, but then you're very likely dead over those 2 turns if you're not clearing the board. That's really difficult, actually. Really difficult. Very interesting scenario.
And he's allowed to just draw a Fury like we talked about as well.
Yeah, exactly. Which, like I said, I think he had like 16 cards left in his deck, so it's like a 1 in 8. I mean, a 50% chance lethal is better than a 1 in 8, or 50%.
There's also
50% is better than a 1 in 8.
There's clears, there's skulls, there's metamorphosis, there's Chaos Strike into Fury. There was a lot of other outs as well as the Fury we mentioned.
Yeah, cool game, but you know, this is a double flow game, so
double flow. So we start again, but with double flow. So one player's cards cost half as much as the others. And it's not the rogue for once who's got the half price cards yet, at least. Oh, hang on. Yep, now they're all half price. It's fine. Jandis next turn.
Does he want to play the Colt Neophyte now or save it for like a more impactful turn? Vanessa would get him a Incanter's Flow, which is okay, but not great.
I've tried Flow when I've had it in the other rogue, which is basically the same spells. Okay, there's some stabs in this, and it never feels impactful enough. Almost never, at least. But does he want a 2/3? I guess. Sure.
Oh. DreadEye is just going to churn through this quest completion. Ignite, Ice Barrier.
Gave him.
That's quest 1. We're drawn to a Brain Freeze here. Nope, it's Ignite. Okay. And that's the... oh, there's Ice Barrier. Okay. So has the second. Quest complete now as well. Oh, now a Canner's Flow just is even worse.
Less things to target. I mean, you have to Jandis, surely.
So
You see how badly this is going for you.
What makes something real?
Oh dear. Low class Jandis.
That ain't it.
Really not. DreadEye, the thing that could stop him has no card draw other than this one ruined orb. Can't just start pointing face because there's too much damage there. So, still some obstacles to overcome, but the card draw tends to come in the end. There's enough of it.
I wonder why he would kill a 2/3 instead of a 3/3. Oh, because he knew he was going to discover Kona Cold. Cool.
Yeah. Because he's not certain which one is the 3/3. No, that doesn't work. Because it always dies. Okay. No, don't know. Oh, because he thinks he can ping it? Something like that. Yeah, you're right. Cone of Cold. Whatever.
This is a big turn here.
This is a lot.
You go in with second field, or with second Octobot too?
Quiet. Efficient is sufficient.
Looks like it.
An upgrade? Probably.
Initiating overdrive.
It's a free neophyte down. Brain freeze, might as well.
It's a shame he didn't flow, actually, as it happens. I'm not saying that was wrong. Would have been amusing. Because he drew 2 spells that cost 1, so he'd have been okay on them.
I wouldn't even mind a Secret Passage here to try and find a Shadow Step for the neophyte. But that's a little aggressive. Alright, still no card draw for DreadEye. It's the biggest thing. Biggest downside in all of this.
Yeah, and he's still hacking away at the minions as well.
Bonus, though, he's got infinite life. Currently at 40 health.
Yeah.
Quest is complete as well, I do believe. That's an Arcanist Dawn Grasp.
What if he'll take the Steward here because he's so low on stuff? Yeah.
Yeah, just try and find some card draw. I guess Flurry's more stall.
I think he might need the Flame. I think the Flame actually stalls more in the long run, given that he's got 40 health.
True.
Definitely if he had less health, you go for
Oh, and he needs a fire spell, so first
Oh, okay.
good.
Sure. This is such a weird game.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Just play all your cards.
Pretty much.
What if you get away with a rigged fair game here? I don't think DreadEye's got the time to be pinging you in the face at the moment. Unless he knows he has to. But that's 2 mana a turn you eat up. Oh, he's only got 10 cards left, I guess. Yeah, sure.
He's got more than that, because the Secret Passage cards just don't exist right now. They're in the ether.
Okay.
Unless he dumps all the cards.
Yeah, I think he's going to dump them all. Yeah.
Yeah.
He actually isn't as it happens, but I thought he was going to.
Oh no, he did, because the Bloodmere Silence picked up from Primordial Studies, which was picked up from the walkthrough, so yeah. You right.
Well, just leaving board locked. He can only do 200 a turn, and you've got so much health. Picks up the long-awaited card draw, and it is a Springwater, so it is a goodie.
His damage is going to add up pretty quickly for No Hands, though. A lot of the stuff is sticking on board.
11.
I have proven myself. I demand answer.
Yeah, he's got all the things you need to do a lot of damage as well in hand. Just hasn't got, like, it isn't turn 10, which always makes those stabs look a little bit lackluster.
Is there any way to set up for a 2-turn lethal here? If none of the board's removed? I think Tenwu is probably going to happen on the Cult Neophyte this turn.
That makes sense to me.
Does have to make some board space.
That's fine, that allows him to play his Blood Mage for his stabs, so we don't mind that.
Well, he'd have to trade in stuff. Oh, he's going to put the Wicked Stabs in there.
Yeah, I guess if you're forced to trade in stuff, you might as well do it this way.
Yep.
Efficiency-wise.
Okay, never mind. I guess he wants to just play Alex next turn and then Tenwu the Alex.
You always want to do that, but yeah.
But, I mean, is Alex ever living? 2 turns?
I mean, okay, so go the other way. How are you winning the game? Not is Alex living, but how are you winning anyway? Like, it has to live, right?
Yeah. This has got to
Will
be
it?
lethal.
And if it's not, the fire sales are doing the work anyway.
Well played.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right. It's got to be lethal. He's drawing all of his cards, and they all cost 1. Ooh, a pricey one.
Those 2 trades left.
Yeah, I'd argue he
One of
only has
the-
1 trade left. But
One of the ignites in deck is free and deals 5 damage. One of the ignite in deck costs 2
spring water.
and deals 7 damage.
Bringing some more water open. And a cram session. That's it. He'll get there with that because he's guaranteed to draw everything.
Yep. Or just picks up a generated ignite. Still not there yet.
Needs to go, I guess.
He's got time. He got there. Yep, there it is. Picked up both ignites, actually. Yeah, and I mean, that's a pretty late kill for Quest Mage, honestly. Turn 9. So, Temper Rogue just not able to get enough stuff going in that series. Played probably as efficiently as you can play. I don't think, no matter what he does with like that Tenwu on that. Well, maybe if he Tenwu's the Neophyte that last turn, maybe. But then he doesn't even set up lethal for the turn after. Still need a lot of damage. The 3 Ice Barriers got a lot of work done. So I just don't think he wins from that point regardless. Just kind of difficult. Without having that inevitability of the Garrotes, it just makes it a little bit tough. And NoHandsGamer's run will stop at the quarterfinals. DreadEye looking for back-to-back here. Is our reigning weekly champion, but will have to go up against Killing All Day in that second semifinal tomorrow, which is no easy task.
I mean, the man hasn't lost a game in this half of the season. To be honest, though, that top match is the one that's catching the eye. Dmitry Kazov is proving time and time again that he absolutely belongs here in Grandmasters. And I'm starting to wonder if he doesn't just belong here, but is a massive contender. And Monsanto, who I would argue as well, that is the best player of this season so far, for me.
Monsanto?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so. I think Dmitry, you definitely have to give a shout out to Dmitry.